let's get going. Let's do a dark colour. Let's do number 1. Look at that. Proper paint now. Properly working. It's not just a globule mess. And oh, it just goes on so nice and so quick. I have to keep checking there because I'm quite far away from the piece I'm painting. Oh, actually, I'd like your opinion, Creed, and also anybody else. Would you please leave a comment if you would like to see me do a jigsaw? Now, before you answer that question, let me explain something. I don't do jigsaws, and I get very frustrated by them. I can't find the pieces most of the time, and I just end up sitting here and staring at the board and getting frustrated and annoyed, and yeah. But I figured that I could get some of you to possibly help with the bits, because you could be like, oh right, there's a bit there, just put it over there. So I'm curious to know whether or not that anybody would actually watch that. Because if you would, you could actually be doing me a huge favour. And let me just finish off this piece here, and I'm going to show you why. My beautiful wife, for Christmas, she bought me a jigsaw. I mean, you all see that one coming, because why would I go on about it? I'm not a big puzzle fan myself. No, neither am I. I find them too difficult. But I was just I like Don really loves doing puzzles, and he's been going on about wanting to do them on stream for ages. So I know of a website that you can do them for free, and you can upload your own image, and then you can, select the pieces and the difficulty and whatever else. So anyway, cut a long story short, he absolutely loves doing it. And I was sat here thinking to myself, I'm never going to do this jigsaw puzzle because I'm not a huge jigsaw puzzle fan. But my wife bought me, where's it gone? My wife bought me this for Christmas. Oh, is that going to show it? Oh, there you go. You basically see the light. It's a 750 piece one, and it looks like that afterwards, apparently. Or the other. Oh, no, it doesn't look like that. Hang on, let me do this. Don't come out. It's going to look like that when it's finished. And then I could frame it and put it up on my wall. Oh, Spider-Man. But no, not Spider-Man. Batman. So, yeah, I was just wondering whether or not that you'd like to watch it being done on stream. So what I'll do is I'll wait to see the comments and anybody that may or may not be interested in it before I just start it. Batman isn't a real superhero. Batman is the realist superhero, because he's the one that you could actually be with enough money and enough brain power. He's the status you could actually attain. Just a borderline billionaire. Yeah, exactly. That's all you got. That's your first thing. Then you need some kind of traumatic experience to change your life, and then you could just be Batman. Just saying. Although I have to be honest, if I could choose the superhero to be, I'd prefer to be Iron Man. I kind of look like Captain America. I just need a shield. Do you look like Captain America though? I don't see that myself. I don't think you look like Captain America at all. I think when you close your eyes and you stare into the mirror, I can imagine you do think you look like Captain America. Just as puff. Yes. Yeah. I don't want to be that guy, but no, you're not. Sorry to burst your bubble, but you're not. I mean, you're close, you know, but you're kind of cigarless, you know. So on Saturday, I'm going to be giving a try to a new server, and I'm going to be streaming it. And it's a Red Dead Redemption server that's new. One of my friends is heavily involved in doing it, and I figured, why not? We could have a look. So I need to get in there at some point between now and Saturday to familiarize myself with it, because I haven't really played a lot of Red Dead online, to be honest. Played a little bit, kind of enjoyed it. I enjoyed a map. What's the player base like? I've never found a decent server with a decent. Yeah, well, the issue is this server is going to be brand new. Now, the reason why I'm prepared to give it a try, right, is because I actually know and believe in the people who are running it, right? And if you'd seen the amount of effort that they've put into like the lore behind it and stuff, which they've done. Yeah, well, I mean, it could be, but this person has never done anything to be that guy in the first place. Do you know what I mean? So, I mean, it could turn out to be a flop. It could turn out to be one of the best servers in the world. I don't know. But if we don't try these things and take a look, we're never going to know. Because as much as I love GTA roleplay and stuff, I kind of feel like I'm almost done with it. You know, I've had my break now for quite a while, and I never get the itch to go back in and do it. Every now and again I do. I won't lie, you know, it's not like I'm completely dead to it, but, you know, I think I've had so many bad experiences. And then also going into the servers, because obviously you need to go into a server that's populated, right? Because there's just no point in being in an unpopulated one. But the problem is the populated ones, all of the jobs are taken, all of the good stuff to do in a role play server is already taken up by people, and you're just left being fodder for criminals. You know, oh, here we go. For the 15th time today, I've just been taken hostage for yet another bank job. Oh, and look at that. It's by exactly the same people, you know, and it's boring. And if you try to turn around and say, like, you know, no, like, you're taking a mick now, I'd like to do something else other than just be your hostage. You're breaking role play and stuff. And it's like, yeah, but it doesn't break RP the fact that this person has robbed 3 different banks in the last 2 hours or 4 or 3 hours. You know, that's all perfectly feasible, right? But yeah, so I don't know how things are going to work on this Red Dead place, and if it does work out, great. If it doesn't, it doesn't. You know, it's as simple as that. But the guy is a good friend of mine. I wonder how a cop would work on Red Dead. There are police, yeah. There are police in there. I have no idea. Like I said, I haven't played on Red Dead enough to know what you can and can't do, which is one of the reasons why I need to get in there and familiarize myself with it, so that because I am kind of helping them out a little bit. I don't have a huge viewer base or whatever, but someone might be interested in it on from where I am. So I'm going to see if I can help them out. But also, and I've explained this to him, I will be brutally honest. You know, please or offend. And if you can't handle that, then tell me now, and I'll just leave it, because I'd rather leave it and you know, keep our friendship intact than like me turn around and say, oh, you know, whatever may be the case. And that's kind of me. I mean, we all know that I tend to like everything that I play. I mean, everything I play is an amazing game. And I don't do that because I'm just like Mr. I like everything. I do it because the games I've played so far are amazing. And I truly, the fact that I'm coming back into playing, and I've also got like passion for the game as well, you know, says everything. But oh, I'm not a sellout. Not a sellout. I'm not being paid anything. Not being paid anything at all. But I'm also not going to sit here and be a sellout and turn around and say that something's brilliant when it's not. Like, for argument's sake, Revhead, which I kind of premiered on this on my channel, I actually refunded it because the game in its current state simply isn't good enough, right? Even though the price was right for it, there wasn't asking a lot of money for it. But the thing is that the actual game itself, it just, like the driving wasn't so, well, it was terrible if I'm being completely honest. But the idea behind it, like, you know, I've bought a car and I need some parts for it, and rather than just being able to get the parts, I've got to go through a newspaper, which was a novel idea. But the problem is that I went through like 10 or 15 different newspapers to grab a part I needed for a car to actually be able to continue on. And it was like, I'm searching through and there's nothing for sale. And it's like, this isn't fun. I get the idea and I appreciate you trying something new, but we all know that in the mechanics world, if you need a part, you just go to the part shop. And then the newspaper then would become secondary if you wanted to grab yourself a deal, right? You don't just want to be blocked from playing the game because it hasn't decided that this is the newspaper you're going to get it in. That to me was no fun. The driving itself was poor at best. And then the graphics of the driving, the fact that you couldn't like scope the camera out, it just felt like a very old game that wasn't particularly good to begin with, trying to bring itself up to date. And I don't know, like, I mean, I'm not damning the people that make it. I mean, good on you for making a game for a start. But the thing is that to me just wasn't worth. That wasn't worth my time or my money. So I refunded it, and it wasn't a particularly huge amount of money. And it was my son that actually gave me the money to be able to play it in the first place. But you know, it is what it is. But I just wanted to kind of point out that I don't like all games, and I believe that there is somebody outside cutting the grass. I don't know if you guys can hear that. Oh, this is so nice painting with this one now that I've kind of repaired the paint, made it thinner, increased the viscosity. So yeah, I've changed my times that I'm going to be streaming on Twitch, because of how I've been feeling lately, and I don't want people to sit here for ages, and I'm just not going to turn up. So I've changed the times to like 1 in the afternoon, because that seems to be around the time that I'm usually getting on now, between 1 and 2ish, I suppose. I'm still trying to figure out which day I'm going to knock off from streaming. And then also don't think that I'm just going to take that day off every week. I mean, I could do, you know, that's what it's there for. But I'm leaving it subject to change, and, you know, I'll leave updates in the Discord and stuff as to when I'm going to be on, because I feel like I want some more time to myself. And it's not because I'm bored of doing what I'm doing. I'm absolutely not, by any stretch of any imagination. But I would like to be able to spend some time with my family, as I've said before, and I'd like to be able to play some games, you know, just like me enjoy. And it's not that I don't enjoy the games and I'm streaming, but I don't know. just a bit more me time, because by the time I've finished editing the videos and uploading them and then actually doing the stream themselves and whatever, which I usually try and tend to do every day or on my days off, before I know it, it's like coming up to bedtime and I've had no time to sort of sit and relax. And with my health being the way that it is, I think I need to take a bit of time for me to get better. And then as and when I do get better, because I will get better, hopefully then we can increase the time again. Maybe I can start to stream like I used to do, you know, do my early streams of Power Wash Simulator, which I miss, which I found out there's new maps for. So we might be having a bit of a throwback to that. And then, you know, streaming most of the day, because that's what I used to do and I used to enjoy it. But who knows? We shall see. Like, I really enjoyed playing like 3-4 hours of what was it, Hogwarts the other night. I loved that. That was wicked. And not just because I was playing Hogwarts, but just because I was able to stream for, but I think that day I streamed almost 6 hours worth, which was great because I haven't done that in ages. I haven't been able to. I paid for it the next day though, in quite a lot of pain and stuff, and today I'm still in pain, but I had such a great stream and I enjoyed it. And my last Paint by Numbers was just such a scream. I had such a good laugh on that, and it was nice to sit and talk to people, you know. Like when I'm doing this, sometimes it's difficult for me to look up because I'm concentrating, but for the most part I try and look up, and we were having a good chat. Like I was listening to the video back as I was editing it, and I don't normally do that, and it was great. The conversation was flowing nicely, and people really seemed to be liking the way that the picture's turning out, which I was really pleased about, because I've always considered my Paint by Numbers to be like a private thing. It's something that I do for me, and then to share that with everybody else was quite nerve-wracking. I don't know how many of you actually watched the first episode or was here when I started streaming it, but you can tell that, I mean, I don't get nervous very often. I have anxiety, but that's different. I don't really get nervous. I never really suffered with that, which has been kind of nice. I've always been really outgoing. But you can tell my first video, I was really nervous. I think I even said it as well. But just my whole demeanor and everything that I was saying, you could tell it in my voice. But now I'm comfortable, very comfortable doing this. And that's because of you guys, because of your comments, because of you joining in and supporting and everything else. And the fact that, you know, I mean, this Paint by Numbers, it's not, I'm not getting hundreds of thousands of views on it, but any view that I get on it, right, is just kind of validation to me that there's somebody out there that likes it. And it's really nice. It's personally gratifying. I know that sounds selfish, and I suppose we're all looking for approval and appreciation, I guess, you know, in one way or another. And this, because I can't get out much, I guess this is how I'm getting mine. And I'm really having a good time while I'm doing it. I've got to move this. I've got to move myself a little bit here because my shoulders just started to get painful. So, oh, that's better. Just got to put it up on the desk. The good part about doing what I'm doing here in the dark colours is it's actually going to make it look like we've done a fair amount today by the time we finish. I'm also kind of, you'll notice, and I actually notice this myself, that I'll do areas where I'm going to do up to. And then when that area is finished off, it gives more of a it gives more of that completion feeling. But yeah, I had so many compliments about people finding it relaxing. Do a bit more great. It's funny. Somebody asked me what color was I going to paint today, and I was laughing. I went, "Oh, about green," and as it turns out, that's exactly what I'm doing. I was Don. That was it. Yeah. It's also a really nice feeling when you're doing paint by numbers, because you put your hand, or well, at least I do. I put my hand on the canvas and stuff. And when you first start out, it's always off the table or whatever it is that you're, painting on. And then as you start to progress through it, you realize that more and more of your arm and your hand is on the painting. And then you kind of get this little smile on your face because it's like, I've done that bit. And then you have a cheeky look every now and again, and it's like, yeah, that was all me. It's just a nice feeling. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I think my brush is getting a little bit clogged now. So I shall finish this bit here, and then we'll give it a clean. Because the residual paint that goes on the brush starts to dry, and then it clumps up, and then it becomes a bit of a nightmare. So you don't just clean your brush to change colour. Sometimes you have to clean it just to keep it working properly. Go over that bit again. There's a lot of white dots in there where the paint didn't flow into the canvas properly. Yeah. Clean that bit. Actually, no, it's still dirty. Yeah, I'd obviously left this one for too long between brushing. Cleaning, rather. That's better. Me. Oh, nice cup of coffee. There we go. Another number one there. No, that's a 14. That was lucky. I was about to do it in number one. That's quite a big number one, isn't it? Oh no, it actually just goes to there. You notice a lot that I go very quiet when it comes to a small piece. It's like you can just tell I'm concentrating. But yeah, my day off yesterday went pretty badly. I'm not gonna lie. Felt very dizzy all day long, almost like a horrible drugged feeling. And today I kind of got it still, but it's not as bad. Which is why I decided to come on and do a bit of paint by numbers, because if I finish this and I'm still feeling like this, I'll probably take a break. And I figured if I come on early enough, I've got time to have a break and take care of myself, and then come back, and then we can carry on with a couple of games. My plan today really is to I want to play at Stardew Valley for a bit, because we need to make a little bit more of an impact in that game, because it just seems like we're just going through the motions a lot, and I would like to do something that makes an impact. So I'm thinking that money is something that I need to start concentrating on. So I might have to go mining and grinding for some copper and some iron and some some coal, and then I think we need to ramp up our kegs. Also, we need to ramp up our beehives, because the beehives are great, because once you've got them, it's just free money. I mean, even the stuff that you pick up is free money, but that the when you sell the mead that comes from it, I think it's mead, that's worth a lot of money, and it's no maintenance. The bees just look after themselves. And also somebody said something about putting a flower by it changes the flavor of the honey or something. I don't know, but I was given that tip, so I was going to explore that as well. We need to concentrate on getting Willie the fisherman to be our friend, to open up Ginger Island, and then we need to make a lot of food to take down the mine, and then also we need to try out the whole bomb business, because apparently that makes mining a lot easier, a lot quicker as well, and a lot less dangerous. So that is kind of my plan for today. So we're going to be on there for a while, and then I think I've had a sufficient enough break from my summer car. I believe that we need to build the engine. I think that engine definitely needs building, and we just need to get on with it. Was there any number ones around here? Number one. Oh, there's a number one there. I'll do that. Stop. And then later on, if I've got enough time, I doubt it, but if I've got enough time, I need to put on Project Zomboid on my own, because I'm guessing that you guys would have seen people do the tutorials and learn how to play it loads. But I would like, if I can push myself to do it, I would like to be able to go on to Don's server with them and then get them to kind of teach me how to play it, because it looks like a bloody good game and I've got it. I also got invited to a server by Max for DayZ, because I've been saying about that for ages, of how much I want to learn how to play it, and he said that it'll be much easier for him to teach me how to play it on that server, because he can obviously help out. Once I'm on that server and I'm a little bit more skilled at the game, I will release the server upon you all if anybody would like to join and come at me, bro. Don't come at me, you'll just kill me and make me look stupid. But yeah, okay. Right, that's a lot of number one done, isn't it? Oh, there's a little bit there. Very small bit. Where has it gone? I can't see it now. There it is. Perfect. Any more for any more? See, I say that and then I can't find any, and then as I'm doing stuff, it'll be like, oh, there's just loads around there, and then I have to go back and do it again. It's... Where is it?